Welcome back, and yes, I'm wearing the same Oscar Piastri jersey as I was last week. I'm filming it on the same day, so don't say I don't wash my clothes and I wear the same thing. We just filming the same day and dropping it a week later. So we get right into it. Our top 5 livery rankings. Now, keep in mind when I post this video, I think it's gonna be the last day of testing. So we should have a better understanding of where the cars are paced. Now I have done research into what people are liking, and this is my honest opinion. It is not affected by the public's opinion because it definitely isn't in line with the public's opinion. So as we know, last week I put some of the big boys to be the uglier liveries. We have some minnows in the top 5, which I'm very excited for, to be honest. And we start off with Haas. Now, I think to see the beauty of this livery, you need to watch it from this side. I think the bold Haas logo looks great. They don't have too many sponsors, unfortunately for them, money-wise. But in turn, it creates a great design for us because they didn't have to litter it like the Ferrari with sponsors everywhere. So, sorry, I'll try to stop shitting on Ferrari, but I love this red, white, and black combination. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because it is my favorite color combination. Big up, babes. For those who know, that is kind of the color scheme that I go with when I design stuff. So, Haas, simple for the most part, bold logo, very clean aesthetic, and I think it looks classy. So that was Haas in 5th for me. We move on to my 4th place, which was last year's winning constructors. And to be honest, not much has changed from their car last year. As Zach Brown stated, they wanted to kind of pay homage to the car that won the constructors title last year. Nothing changed in my mind. They added a bit of blue, which I think is a little bit yucky. So I think last year's car actually looks better than this year's car, but for the most part, it's the same. I like the font they use on the numbers, but other than that, yeah, I expect them to win the constructors title again this year. It still looks good for the most part, and it is very papaya, so that color always looks good. Now we move on to my 3rd place, which is Alpine. Now, this design is sick. I actually think from certain angles, this might be the best looking car from certain angles, not all angles. So this pink, this shade of blue, it is also gloss, which we haven't seen for a while. It's a bit of a throwback design to those early 2000 days where we had less matte involved or flat looks, and to me it's exciting. The BWT on the side is a little bit awkward, obviously, but not much they could do about that. In terms of the general design and aesthetic and the flow of it, I love it. I love that pink halo as well. It pops, and the accents, especially from the side, for me, car looks amazing. So yes, I actually have Alpine in 3rd. Let's see constructors wise how they're gonna do. We move on to Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, which is my 2nd place livery. Usually, we would have to put this constructor in blue. However, for this year, we're gonna be putting them in white. I think it's an amazing thing. It is very similar to, I think, Red Bull's Japanese edition livery with the white look. This just has more blue accents, obviously. Now, to be very honest, this car would have made it as my top livery if they didn't have those little Red Bulls running out from the back. That annoys me so much that I was unable to put it as first. If they just did not put those little bulls running out the back, it would have probably been one of the best looking cars ever, in my opinion. That just killed it. It's a bit corny, it's a bit ugly. Everything else is amazing. So, who decided to go? Who? I don't know. Very depressed about that decision that they made. Everything else is amazing. So, don't know if they'll have a fast car, but they have a good looking one. If you watch it from the front and the front quarter. Should have never put those bulls. Yeah. Now, we move on to my first place in my livery rankings. So, yes, it is not my favorite team, Red Bull. It is not the V-Carb, which most people actually say when I did research into the polls that was the best looking one. No, it's not the Ferrari. For all those Tifosi that saying the Ferrari is the best looking, it is not this year. There's no way. It's not the McLaren because they won last year and they look good, but they can't be first. It is actually Williams for the first place in my livery rankings. And yes, people might say that I'm a bit boring, I'm a little bit lame. But this thing's sexy. It just is very classy. I always love the way they incorporated Duracell into the intake on top of the driver's head. It just fell perfectly into the sponsor and matching the design of the car. I think when design teams do stuff like this, it's kind of, hit certain spots for me because it's simple, but it still looks classy. And the overall aesthetic of the car is very clean. Yes, again, I think the teams that have less sponsors tend to have better looking liveries because they don't have to shove names everywhere. And this new sponsor that William has, which is, how to pronounce it properly? Atlassian, which should help them a lot in their back end and development. It looks great on the car. Their logo looks great. It's white, so it matches the others. And that blue, to me, is very classy. I do expect, as they teased, Golf to be featured moving forward this season. So they may have special edition liveries, which I'm very much looking forward to. But for me, the regular livery that Williams put out is amazing. Classy, clean, a bit of a throwback in terms of old school racing cars, just simple, two colors, and they also did not leave a lot of bare carbon. So I do think this year Williams is very confident, and I actually like that because it throws it back to the good old days. So that was, again, my top 5 in my livery rankings, and let me recap it real quick for you. 5th place, we have Haas. In 4th place, we have McLaren. In 3rd place, we have Alpine. In 2nd place, it's not white, V-Carb. And in 1st place, we have Williams. So let me know if you agree, disagree. Check out the other video. I'll try to add it somewhere there for the uglier ranked liveries, in my opinion. I know no one is gonna say that they completely agree with me, so I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone has to say. Please comment who your favorite livery is an easy comment. It helps me get more views on the video too, so it's a vibe. I will let you know my opinion on what you say as well. There's no right or wrong answer at all. This is very much opinionated. Design is opinionated. Feel free to love that ugly Ferrari if you really want to. Now, again, just to say that F1 Fantasy is going to be starting soon. Testing, as I said when this video is released, would have been the last day. So I think moving into the following week, F1 Fantasy should open up. We're going to have our free league. We're going to have our paid league. Whoever is interested, message me. We'll figure out the buy-ins in the group. Now, I would like to say that it is very exciting to get into this season. It's very exciting making this content. Feel free to tune in for the following episodes. We will get into the action very soon of the season. First race is in Melbourne. So look forward to making more videos, and I hope you enjoyed my livery rankings. I enjoyed making it. See you soon.